Hello everyone and welcome for today's session. In previous session we were discussing about features of capitalism. A capitalism is a type of economic system in which the means of production are controlled by private person or institute with minimum or zero government intervention. It means in capitalism, government intervention, government interference is either very negligible or there is no government interference. And the aim of business, the aim of production is to earn profit. Such type of economic system is called as capitalism. And in previous lecture we were discussing about features of privatization, like the means of production are owned by private organization, free enterprise, consumer are the king of the market, etc. This type of economic system is also known as free economic system or free market system. Now today we are going to learn about the advantages of capitalism. Among these advantages, the first advantage is economic freedom. In capitalism, the government interference is very minimum or there is no government intervention, and hence the organization, the companies in capitalism are economically freedom, they are provided with economic freedom. It means what kind of business need to undertake, what kind of business to start, etc. There are no any kind of government restriction on these all factors. A person or a business a person can start any type of business, but just the person need to start a business which is legal, and illegal business cannot be done. So here the freedom, economically freedom is provided to business. Further, even in business, what type of goods to be produced, what quantity of goods to be produced, etc. are also decided by the organization, and the government do not make any kind of intervention in this. So in a real sense, the economic freedom is provided in capitalism. The second one is efficiency. In capitalism, all the sectors, all the units are, all the businesses are controlled by private person, and hence there is no any government organization. The private organization are believed to be very efficient in using the resources. As the resources are limited in quantity, the private company, the private sector utilize the resources quite efficiently. They know how to use the resources efficiently, and hence all the organization are in a direction to make the optimum utilization of available resources. Due to this, the organization becomes the efficient organization. And in an economy, generally all the organization are working efficiently, and hence overall the economic efficiency can also be achieved in a greater way in capitalism. Next, the third advantage is incentive to efficient. The firm which are efficient in capitalism will get the incentives. In capitalism, there are many organizations producing the similar product, and hence to earn profit, a company did not go for price increase. If the company increase the prices, then the other other competitors will not follow them. In such condition, the company need to become an efficient organization to earn the profit or to increase the profit. An efficient organization, it means the company which is able to reduce their cost substantially, and hence every company in capitalism trying to reduce their overall cost of production so that they can earn maximum profit and can become the efficient firm in the market. So every organization in capitalism is trying to do this, and hence the company which becomes efficient will earn the incentives in the form of increase in profit. So those companies who are efficient will earn the incentives in the form of profit. The next is economic growth. The capitalism is mainly focusing on efficiency, that is utilization of efficient resources, and hence they are also able to produce variety of goods and services which are available at reasonable rate, at a cheaper rate. Due to this, the overall cost of production decreases gradually, which will ultimately lead to decrease in product prices and the people's saving, the people's per capita income is indirectly increased because they are able to purchase more goods from the income available to them, which shows that the economy is growing, their per capita income is growing. So in this way the capitalism indirectly lead to growth in economy. Next, the variety of goods and services. To sustain in market in capitalism, every company need to produce goods and services which are demanded by customers, and to attract more customers the companies are producing different variety of goods and services which can fulfill the various needs of customer. So the focus of capitalism is to produce the variety of goods and services. And the last advantage is high standard of living. Generally in capitalism the majority firms are major resources are controlled by private sector, and hence all the sector will earn certain amount of return like land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. These are the major factor of production. The land will earn income in terms of rent, labor will earn income in terms of labor charges, and so on. So all the factor of production are controlled by capitalist class, and they will earn income from all the resources. Further, by becoming an efficient organization, company is able to reduce their cost substantially, and hence the people in capitalism will have the access of good quality product and services at cheaper rate. So the overall the standard of living will increase over a period of time in capitalism. So that is all about today's session. Have a nice day. Goodbye.